All right, here we go. Good morning. I'm so glad that you're here. Oh my goodness. Hello. My name is Amanda Kaufman, and I am here for the Coaches Plaza's session, which we are talking today all about how to attract clients who are ready to buy coaching now, as opposed to later. So, if you can see me, hear me, let me know in the chat. I'm super glad that you're here. Um, let's see, I just rolled in. So I'm just making sure I've got everything all set up and ready to go. Yeah, we're good. We're live. We're cooking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited that you're here. So, hello. And I was really inspired. I do my best thinking in two places. One, when I'm having a shower. So I just had a shower. And the second place that I do some of my best thinking is when I am really not working at all. I look at rest as being one of those really important, vital pieces of your productivity. I used to be really terrible about making sure I had enough rest. And it turns out it's like one of my best thinking places. So if you can see me and hear me, let me know. I want to get the party started because we've got a really cool topic today. We're talking all about how to attract clients right now. And I'm going to say something that may be a little controversial. Let me know if you agree or not. But I was thinking on my walk today, if you don't have 5 paying clients as a coach within 90 days of starting your journey of being a coach, you're distracted. There's something getting in the way of your excellence. And I see it a lot. I see a lot of people take a long time to work up the nerve to open a social page, or work up the nerve to set up their LLC, or work up the nerve to do all these things. And it takes 20 hours to work up the nerve and then 45 minutes to do the task. You know what I'm saying? So my hot take is, if you've been building this business for more than 90 days, you have fewer than 5 clients, you better listen to today's seshy sesh, because I think you're going to really, really love it. So, goodness, my computer is catching up with me. I had all my notes ready to go. There it is. Okay. So, and it's not able to load. How fun. I'm opening my notes and it's yeah, I don't feel like showing it to you. Doesn't seem like something I want to do. All right, now it's working. Sometimes you just got to reboot. Okay. So, we're going to have some fun today. I'm going to be talking about 3 different things that are going to help you with attracting your next 5 clients. And I think the best place to start is with what we call low-hanging fruit. So this is people who are probably already connected to you. They're probably either you've got a friend who would love that coaching opportunity, or more likely, you've got a friend who's connected to a friend you don't know who would be really interested in that coaching opportunity. So when you're starting your business, I think one of the things that causes us to delay and to overthink is we think, oh, I've got to have this big scaled business just to start. And I know I fell into that trap. When I first started, I was like, I need to get a coaching certification. Nobody's going to take me seriously unless I get a coaching certification. So when I signed up for a coaching certification, and I was able to get my first 5 clients before I even finished that first certification, but I saw a lot of people wait to get started. And they waited and they delayed. Now, my first 5 clients, they were not fellow coaches. These were people outside of my coaching arena, and they were friends of friends, typically was who I was coaching for my first 5. And I think the reason the first 5 are so important is because it gives you the confidence to get the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and begin to scale. But I want to tell you that something. A lot of the marketing that you see online for building a coaching business, it's really targeting you more as a consumer than it is targeting you as a business owner. So what do you think is the difference between a consumer and a business owner? Let me know in the chat what you think the answer to that question is. What is the difference between a consumer and a business owner? So to me, a consumer is somebody who consumes something. They're watching the thing, or they're taking the notes, or they're participating, they're consuming it. And as business owners, we do consume things. But the big key distinction of a business owner is a business owner has cash flow. Has cash flow, meaning like when they spend money, they are looking to earn money too. And that's like a real business owner. And a lot of the online marketing is really targeted at people who are happy to consume, but they're not thinking about cash flow, or they're making cash flow such a far distant future problem for themselves that they're not doing the things that are necessary to attract clients right now. So we're gonna talk about that in some more detail here. So let me just pull up. I had my notes. I really went crazy this morning with my note taking, so apologies. Okay, so we're going to talk about basically 3 things today. If you've been struggling to get coaching clients, I'm going to explain to you what might be going on. So I'm not talking to you personally. And if you want to talk personally, just say coffee. We'll set up a coffee and we'll talk about it personally. But I'm saying, like, more generally, a lot of coaches know that they could be working with somebody. They know that their coaching would change somebody's lives. Like, they really, really, really care about helping people, but they're making one big common mistake. And that common mistake is you're selling coaching. I know, right? So I'm going to explain what I mean in today's live. Like, what do you mean, Amanda? You run the Coaches Plaza. You obviously believe in coaching. You've sold quite a bit of coaching in your own career. Yes, I have. But what I mean is no one wakes up in the morning and says, you know what I need to do? I need to hire a coach. In fact, in my experience, most coaches don't even think that. They don't wake up in the morning and think, you know what I need to do? I need to hire a coach. Here's what people actually are thinking about. And I want to help you understand, like, the psychology of buying so that you can understand the psychology of selling coaching. And that's what we're going to unpack today. And this is what is generally standing in the way. So most people, when they are waking up, they're thinking, oh my God, I stayed up all night worried about a problem. Right? So shout out problem in the chat. Most people are super worried about a problem. Like, if I did this live today and instead of calling it how to attract your next coaching client, which is a problem that many of you have, if instead I was like, join Amanda for a wonderful coaching experience, I promise you we would get probably 10% of the views. 10% of the views. Because people are busy. They don't want to just have a relaxing coaching session. They want to get to it. They want to get to work. They want to solve the challenge. They want to solve the problem. So I want to specifically go over, like, a couple of the issues that I see in the marketing that a lot of coaches have that, they end up not getting as many clients as they might have. They tend to talk about, like, emotional states. So, for example, I will help you be happier. I will help you feel fulfillment. I will help you be inspired. And I love those things. Those things are great. And I feel like they go with the package, right? So I want you to solve the problem in an inspired way. So that's what we do at the Coaches Plaza, is like, we help you solve the problem of your marketing and your sales, right? So that you get clients and you have clarity about what to do to create clients. But we do it in a way that is inspiring. We do it in a way that helps you with your fulfillment. Like, the fulfillment part is not the whole experience. It's like solving a real challenge. And I've studied marketing from, all of the personal development places, look at Mind Valley, look at Mastermind, look at Growth Day or Mel Robbins, right? Like, they're talking about a particular discrete issue that somebody is actually struggling with. And so that's the first mistake that a lot of coaches are making in their marketing, is they're like, feel better. And it's like, well, yeah, but how am I going to feel better? We need to satisfy the logic side. So the second way that a lot of coaches, and I did this too, kind of drive away the opportunity to work with their next client is they focus on the coaching process rather than what the outcome of going through the process is going to be. So, for example, a lot of new coaches will say, like, I will help you get clarity, right? And then we will form a plan and then we will execute the plan. And it's like, plan to do what? What are we getting clarity about? So something that really changed my my whole approach to acquiring clients and to being more consistent in doing so and building a bigger audience and all of those good things is I stopped thinking about what's in it for me as the coach, to feel good that I've got a good process, or to feel good that I'm pretty enough, or to feel good that I'm qualified enough. I let go of me as much as possible. And I started asking myself, what are you struggling with? What do you tell me? What are you asking about? What are the programs you keep signing up for over and over and over again that are telling you the same thing over and over and over again, but you're still not getting the answer? What is that? And when I started doing that, I realized I was like, oh, you want to do things like grow your audience. You want to do things like make sure you've got people coming in on your calendar for your coaching business, because you want to make sure that all this investment that you've made so far is going to be worth it. It's going to pay off, right? That's what you want, I assume. I know I wanted the same things when I was building my business, but tell me if I'm really wrong here. I think a lot of people, they continue the search for the way to do something because they want to do it in a way that their lifestyle can handle, and when I say lifestyle, I mean like your wallet can handle it, your calendar can handle it, your emotions can handle it, right? So people keep searching for the next right answer for the same problem over and over and over again because they're not satisfied that they got the answer that's going to work for them. And that, my friends, is why you're going to be able to shift how you are speaking with people about how you help. And instead of talking about how you're a coach and how you've got this amazing process, instead, we're going to focus on them. So I'm going to take you through this in a 3-step process, okay? 3 steps. So shout out notes if you're taking notes along with me, because, this is really important. I really want you to get lots more clients. I love this. So first thing that you need to do, you need to identify the actual problem that you solve. And you got to put it in plain terms. I see you, Robert. Good job. So think about your ideal client. What is keeping them up at night? What's one thing that they wish they could fix? And your content and your offers need to speak directly to that problem. So instead of saying something like, I help you feel more confident, I would say that that's like a low ticket issue. I will help you feel more confident. I think you can agree. We all want to be more confident, but that's not premiumly positioned. So let's take it in a more premium direction. I help you stop second guessing yourself so you can make decisions that will move your career forward. You see the difference? So option A, I will help you feel more confident. Option B, I will help you stop second guessing yourself so you can make decisions that are going to move your career forward. So you can tell that I'm like eliminating the possibility of working with somebody more generally on their confidence, and I'm focusing on career. For example, if I was to make this more entrepreneurial or business ownership, I will help you stop second guessing yourself so you can make the decisions that will help you get your next 5 clients in the door as a coach. Whoa, right? So that statement, it's not just fancy words. It's like very specific. The reason that most people don't get 5 clients within 90 days of starting their coaching business is because they are constantly second guessing themselves. So if I say, I will help you stop that, that is more meaningful to most people than just simply saying, I will generally make you feel more confident. So here's the test, right? Is the promise so sweeping and big that it's unbelievable? So if anybody's ever struggled with confidence, they don't respond well to like, I will help you be confident, because your first thought is, yeah, right. How many times have I seen that promise? How many times have people told me that they'll be able to help with this, right? Let's try another one. Instead of saying, I will help you align with your purpose, I will help you create a system to eliminate your overwhelm and help you focus on what matters most. So that's probably like something a productivity coach might say. And this is a really good example of like you being the expert, sometimes using more jargon or using very specific terms that don't mean much to your client who hasn't studied what you've studied. So your client may not already have the awareness that being aligned to purpose is a really important thing, but they might resonate with feeling like they don't have a system, feeling like that they are always overwhelmed and that they can't focus well. So let me know if this is helpful, you guys, to just like have these examples of the side by side. Yeah, perfect. Love it. I love that you guys are paying really good attention today. I love. All right. So step 2, once you know what problem you actually solve, the second thing is you need to show them what's in it for them. So your messaging has to answer this question very, very clearly. How does this help me? How does this help me? So, for example, a lot of my clients are staying up at night. They're like, oh, I still don't have a client. I don't have a coaching practice. I don't feel legitimate as a coach. Well, getting your first 5 clients will probably help you feel pretty legitimate as a coach, because, the first time you get a client, it feels kind of fluky. The second time you get it, you're thinking maybe it might still be a fluke. You get 5 clients and there is kind of this breathe easy that you're going to get because it's repeatable. It's repeatable, and you've got like enough going there that you could be building up to a 6-figure practice just with those 5, depending on how you did your pricing and your positioning. So how does it help you, right? How does it help you to know how to message properly? Well, because then you're going to be standing apart. You're not going to feel the same as everybody else, and you're going to be more resonant with the people that actually want to work with you. So your clients really care about these outcomes, I think another reason why my client anyway wants those next 5 coaching clients is because they want to be able to pay back what they've already invested in their coaching business. So if you're like a lot of coaches, you probably invested a lot in your certification and marketing programs and software and so on. And you probably want to get into the black. You probably want to get profitable, right? So if I failed to talk about those things in my marketing, I would have no clients at all. But most people want to put like happy quotes out there that feel good, and they kind of just want to be generally out there, and they're not speaking to the real tangible issues that your clients are experiencing. So I'll give you a couple of examples. When somebody works with me, you're going to go from spinning your wheels to booking your 3 to 5 clients, paying clients in the next 90 days, right? With our strategies, you'll eliminate distractions. You'll set some clear goals, and you're going to see some momentum in your business. You see that? So what is it for you? What is it for the goal that you actually help people with? I think one of my favorite words for helping with this is imagine. Imagine what it's going to be like when you have your 5 clients, right? And you will have figured out your sales message. You'll have done it repeatedly. Imagine what it's going to be like when you sit down with your family at a holiday meal and you tell them, I was able to do this, right? It's powerful to ask somebody to imagine, but it's also powerful for you as the writer of the message to put it into terms that they care about. Okay. Now, the third big step here. So we've identified the problem. We've made it relatable. What's in it for me? WIIFM. What's in it for me? It's their favorite radio station. What's in it for me? The third big step is you need to share what to do next. So from social media, that might be to say a keyword and get get something. So for example, I've got my book here, Coaching Leads Made Easy. So if you'd like a copy of the book, it's $4.95 US. It's a digital download, but it is like my full walkthrough of how I get coaching leads really consistently. That's worked really, really well for my business. And I'd love to send you a link. All you have to do is say the word book. So you see, we're making it really, really easy for people to go, oh, I see what I would get if I was to provide my contact information and to follow up, right? Not everybody that you invite to call to the action is going to take the action, but some will. And those some are the ones that are like resonating the most with what you're saying, right? So once you've clearly defined the problem and the solution, you then invite them to take action. So I like from social media to make it like a free resource or an ebook or maybe a consult. So I said earlier, you can say coffee if you want to work through your messaging one-on-one. We can do that. And the whole key here is make it so simple for your person to start to solve their problem. I think one of the things I see the most on social media that just does not work is when you go really heavy with the convincing people to take that next action. And you're putting all the reasons why they have to take that next action. Think of it like you're reversing that. So instead of like giving all the reasons and convincing somebody for why they need to have a consult with you, let's flip it around. Let's say like, hey, I understand your problem. And here's what I would do to solve that problem. First step, second step, third step. And if you want more, here's the next very easy, very simple, very easy to understand step to take. And then from there, you have what I call the daisy chain, where we deliver on the first thing. So let's just say, for example, you said book, and then you went and you purchased my book. Well, the next thing might be that I'm following up with email and I'm inviting you to a consult. And then from the consult, I'm inviting you into a program. You see? So it's like daisy chaining these offers one after another so that people can get to know you more at their pace. And so therefore, they're going to have higher trust and they're more likely to say yes to you. So if all of this has been resonating with you and you're ready to really go there and start attracting your first or next 5 clients with some messaging that works, I have opened up my calendar for this week for just a few of these 20-minute little messaging help you sessions, okay? And if you say the word apply, I do have a couple of private coaching sessions, or not coaching sessions, private coaching spots that are available, but you have to apply for it and you have to let me know like what you're working on. Now, when I work with somebody privately, I might work with you for a few hours. We could work with each other over time. There's like 3 different levels of how you can work with me privately. But what I find a lot of people struggle with is they consume a lot of books, they consume a lot of products, and they don't get that one-to-one experience feedback that's going to give them the breakthrough that they need to create the result that they're after. And if you're the kind of person who has already invested quite a bit in the time that you've spent on this and possibly even your wallet on doing this, it may be time to do something more one-on-one, more consultative. So in order to do that, just say apply, and you can apply for a quick session, and then we'll figure out if there's anything deeper to do together, okay? So in terms of private spots, I just have a couple, and I anticipate they're going to be gone by the time January rolls around. So if you've been thinking, maybe I want to work a little more closely with Amanda, maybe private coaching might be something that I want to explore, do make sure that you say apply. And if at any point during the process you change your mind, just say so. I've changed my mind. It's all good. But don't forget to hit apply today. And you can just send me a DM with the word apply if you're on the Instagram, or you can say it in the comments on anything on the social media, and we'll follow up over DM. Well, that's what I have for you today. Make sure that when you're solving a problem, it's a problem of appropriate magnitude. And I have one more thing for you that I think would be really, really helpful. It's a 5-question questionnaire it's an assessment to make sure you're solving a problem of appropriate magnitude. So let's walk through this together. We've got just a couple more minutes. I'd love to test drive this with you. It's called a PAM. So I want you to start out by thinking about, what does your coaching solve? What do you think your coaching solves? And if you want to share it in the comments, please, by all means, share it in the comments. What do you think your coaching solves? And I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you're going to score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very high, 1 being very low. Okay. Now, if it's a problem of appropriate magnitude, it's going to be something that people will pay attention to. So they'll pay with time, and they'll pay with their wallet. Okay. That's what makes it a problem of appropriate magnitude. There's a lot of problems out there that are not a problem of appropriate magnitude. They're not something that people actually invest in. So I'm going to ask you these 5 questions, and it's going to help you to determine whether you've got a PAM on your hands or whether you need to do a little more evaluation. Okay, so the first question is this. Can you find at least 5 successful coaches with legitimate testimonials offering programs that solve a similar problem? Okay, so it might be, they might have a different curriculum, they might have a different style, they might have, particular demographics that they're looking at. What we're looking to isolate is, are they solving the problem? And what does their sales page or their social proof tell you about the demand for solving this issue? It seems like it's really in demand. So 10 means like, oh my gosh, this is a hot problem. I've got at least 5 different providers of this kind of a program that's legit. They're for sure selling stuff. Like, I know that this is a problem of appropriate magnitude. Okay. So that's question 1, scale of 1 to 10. Question 2, does the problem have a clear, tangible pain point? So when you describe the problem, does it connect immediately to a specific frustration or a challenge that the audience feels daily? Could someone say, yes, that's exactly what I'm dealing with? So a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high, right? And the reason this is an important question is because if the problem that you solve evokes strong emotional or practical pain, then people are going to be more inspired to take action and make commitment, which is exactly what you need when you're coaching, right? Coaching is a commitment sport. It's all about making commitment. So if what you're talking about is a problem, they're like, yeah, but it doesn't really upset me that much, it's probably not a problem of appropriate magnitude. Number 3, would solving this problem lead to a meaningful, visible transformation? So if someone worked with you and solved this problem, how would their life or business look different, right? Can you describe that transformation in 1 sentence? So it's really, really, really clear. I like to call this the screenshot test, right? Can you screenshot like their bank account, or can you take a picture of them physically, or like, can you take a picture of their resume and see how their resume changed, right? How have they transformed in 1 sentence? And the reason why this is such an important question is because your clients are going to be looking for tangible outcomes. If they can't articulate, if they can't say exactly what it is they're there to solve, then you're probably speaking in abstract terms. A lot of coaches do this. We talk like really abstract, kind of woo-woo, head in the clouds. And when it comes to somebody making a real world commitment to you with the calendar or with the wallet, then they need to be really clear about what it is they're getting in exchange. Question number 4 of a problem of appropriate magnitude. And this one really stumped me for a while. Is the problem urgent enough to motivate action? So how many of you have noticed like people will just kind of sit in their problems? Have you noticed that? So is this a problem that people feel they need to solve right now, or is it something they can put off? How would solving it right now impact their life, their business, or their relationships? right? So the reason this is so important is because urgency drives decision making. Problems that don't feel as urgent are less likely to lead somebody to, well, I need to hire an expert. I need to hire a coach. I was actually just telling a friend of mine that I spent over $6,000 a couple years ago because my email open rate tanked and I couldn't figure out why. And since email marketing was such a big part of my marketing strategy, I was willing to pay the time and the attention and the money to get that problem solved because I wanted to continue to be successful with my email marketing, right? So being really, really, really clear allows for that transaction to occur. The next big one, this might take a little courage, but it's so worth it. It really pays off. Does the problem resonate across your audience? So if you were to survey 10 people that you know, 10 people that are on your list, on your social media, on your email, in your contacts, if you surveyed 10 people, how many of them would say, yes, this is something I'm struggling with or I'm thinking about solving? So if less than half of your 10 people say, yes, definitely, this is something that I'm struggling with or I'm thinking about solving, then you might be what's called too niche, meaning like you're way too specific, or it's not relevant for your ideal person. Okay, so I'm telling you what, you will save yourself tens of thousands of dollars and years of work potentially by asking, does this matter to you? Right? Does it matter to you to get some clients in the door? Let me know in the chat if it does. Just say yes if it does. Now I'm going to give you a bonus question on this assessment. The bonus question is, am I choosing this problem because I want to solve it, or is it because my audience needs it solved? That's the real doozy. Most coaches get really stuck because they are obsessed with solving the problem for themselves, and they don't realize that they're not listening to WIIFM. They're not tuned in to the station of what the audience actually wants. So I hope this was really, really helpful for you. Again, say the word apply if you would like to apply for some private coaching time. Like I said, I've got a couple of spots, but they're going to close up for sure, by the time we get to January. So I want to make sure we get that locked in this week before we all start relaxing over the holidays. And I hope you had a really amazing time here in the live stream, and we will see you very soon. Take care.